Okay, how's the YouTube? This is going to be a dinner vlog that I'm going to make that was a special request from one of my subscribers, one of my male subscribers. I'm friends with him on Facebook. I won't say his real name on here, but it started with a Facebook post. Matt, did you ever see the Facebook post with the pizza burger?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and it was started as a joke, and it basically says because it's America or something. America, we're from America, something like that. It was funny, and but. but one of my male subscribers, but one of my male subscribers actually came to me and was like, Heather, can I put in a special request? And I was like, sure, what? And he's like, do you think you could make that Merica burger, that pizza burger?
I'm all about
it. And at first I was like, remind me again. And then as soon as he sent me like the Facebook link to it, I remembered. And I was like, yeah, I can make that. I could make that. So that's what we're going to make tonight. We are making a pizza burger. And it's every dude's dream, I think.
Trust me.
My 18-year-old is here visiting, so I have all the boys here. So I've got 5 boys. And I think that this is going to be their dream burger. So basically,
you got 6 boys, lady.
6. Oh, do I have 6 here? Oh my gosh, yeah. I gotta.
You got 6
You're the big boy.
Yeah, I'm a big boy.
So I have 6 of them. Basically, it's a hamburger wrapped in pizza dough, and it's like a pizza and a hamburger all in one.
Yeah.
It's like the ultimate.
It's pizza baked around a hamburger.
Yeah, it's the ultimate pizza burger. So
I love being the taste tester.
so that's what we're gonna make. So I'm gonna take you into my kitchen right now. I'm gonna use my other camera with the tripod. I'm on the phone right now, so it's probably gonna look a little different when I make this and put this together. But all right, so yeah, let's go make some pizza burgers. Woo! Alright guys, so here we go. We're going to make some pizza burgers. I've got 2 bags of ground round here. And I have not divided it out yet, which I guess I should have. Let me see if I can grab a bowl really fast. And my meat. And my parents were butchers, so I've learned a little bit from them on making patties. And if you've never made a beef patty before, just make it a ball in your hand, and then you want to flatten it. But you want to make sure that your sides stay together, so it's kind of like finessing. You don't want anything too thin. But you also don't want it too thick so that it ends up like a hockey puck. Something just like that. So, now there is 6 of us tonight. Well, 7 of us. 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, 7 of us. So, let's see how far I can make this meat go. And get these patties made. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to make them. I'm not going to bore you guys on this part, but I will be back once all those are made. Okay, so all my patties are made here now, and I've got 10. I've got a little baby one here for Mason. And when you cook hamburger, my parents always taught me that you should start them on a cold pan, and that way it reduces shrinkage of your meat. So always a nice cool pan. I'm going to go ahead and just season these lightly with a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and I really don't want to play on the flavors too much with this, because we're going to be adding, it's not like we're having hamburgers where I would normally add, like, you know, onion and garlic, and you know, I'd add my my sweet onion relish to it, jam to it. We're going to keep it more simple because it's, of course, going to be with pizza. So we don't want too many flavors clashing once I add the sauce and all that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cook this up, and I'm going to meet you back over by my mixer, and we are going to make a big batch of pizza dough using Noreen's Kitchen's pizza dough recipe, which I absolutely am in love with. It's amazing. So, all right, I'll meet you over at the mixer. All right, so I'm back at my mixer, and for Noreen's recipe, I'm going to leave you a link down below to her video, and I will also type out her recipe that I use. It's amazing. It's a big batch bread recipe, big batch pizza dough recipe, and whatever I have left over, I will just turn into like breadsticks. And hopefully you guys can see this okay. So I'm starting in my bowl with 3 cups of, you guys see that? There you go. You see that? Hopefully. Okay, 3 cups of warm water, and then to that we are going to add our yeast, and you need 2 tablespoons of yeast. And like I said before, I keep my yeast in the freezer because it stays fresher. So you want 2 tablespoons of instant yeast. Then to that we're going to add 2 tablespoons. Let me grab a cloth because I like to clean up my spoons. We are going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar. Again, if you rather use honey, you can go ahead and use honey. We are going to add 3 tablespoons of olive oil. And then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of table salt. And salt. And a handy dandy trick is to just keep everything that you use while you're baking in mason jars close to you. It just makes it so much quicker. So we've got that, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to add 6 cups of all-purpose flour. Now, I do not use bread flour for dough, for pizza dough. I just find that it's way too, it's just way too, I guess, in layman terms, fluffy, doughy, bready. 2, 3. It's tea, honey. Okay, so after you get 6 cups of flour in here, again, I always keep an extra cup of flour next to me so that I can see how my dough is going. It's hot and humid here today in Michigan, so we might have to add a bit extra dough to this. So we're going to go ahead and mix this up, and I'm going to let you guys know how it looks as we get a ball forming here. Now if you want, this is the time to add any seasoning to your dough, because sometimes I'll add garlic, rosemary, oregano. You can flavor up your dough if you want to flavor it up. Sometimes a little sweet basil. But because we're doing the hamburger pizza thing, I'm going to keep it very basic for you guys. So this is just going to be a basic pizza dough. And I'm going to show you guys, once again, what I look for when I'm making my dough. Because this is what helps when you're new and you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're looking for. Because that was me. Didn't know what the hell I was looking for. I just knew it wasn't working and I was not getting good results. So I'm going to show you right here. You see how gooey that is? See how it's sticking to the pan? I always call this pan. Sticking to the bowl. That's showing me this is way too moist. So I'm going to go ahead and add some flour. And it's always better to be able to add than to try to take away. Adding water once it's mixed in will just give you a really, really tough dough. This way it's much easier. Just adding it a little bit at a time till you get it to where you want it. This is part of the fun and the joy for me of baking, is really you know, each dough for me is alive and, you know, real and has a personality of its own, and I like to see what it does. I like to see how it reacts. And you'll see that it's still sticky on the bottom, and we don't want to see that. So we're going to go ahead and add a bit more flour. My hamburgers are frying up beautifully over there. Again, you still see the bottom. It's still sticky. I'll tap some more in there. We're just going to keep doing that until we don't see that dough sticking anymore. Until it's free from the bowl. And, you know, sometimes when you make this, it'll work right off the bat. You won't have to add anything. Next time you might add a cup and a quarter of flour. It's crazy, and it's, for me, it's part of the fun of making dough. I just absolutely love it. Now you can see it's freeing up a bit. This is a good time to actually feel it. And do you see how it's sticking to me? That's telling me it's way too moist still. So we're going to go ahead and turn this back on. More flour. So it's tricky, because even though it looks like, okay, well, it's not sticking, let's go, it's good, it really isn't yet. And honestly, guys, the more you do this, the more you make it, the more of a look and a feel you'll get for it. And you'll just know. When people used to tell me that, I didn't really get it. I was like, yeah, right, sure, I'm never going to get this. But it really is the truth. And I'm adding more because I'm seeing that my dough is still a bit sticky. I can just tell by the look. It's not as smooth or as fluffy as it should be, although it's definitely getting there. So we're going to go ahead and shut this off. Let's take a feel. And again, see, it's still sticking to me. So we're going to go ahead and turn this back on. Whole cup of flour here by the time this is done, which is pretty typical with this recipe for me. But like I said, I'd rather handle that last cup than just to dump it in and just assume that it's going to be okay. So there's the rest of that. Going to test it. Much better. Much better. In fact, I'm just going to add a little bit more flour. I'm just going to come on in here. Not a whole lot. Maybe 1/8 of a cup. Should do it. I think that's going to be good. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to let this now knead for 5 minutes. I'm going to find my timer around here. It's floating around here somewhere. And I will be back in 5 minutes, guys. Be right back. Alrighty, timer is up. Go ahead and shut this off. And of course, make sure your hands are always spotless clean when you're dealing with your dough. Now take off the dough hook, and that is some beautiful dough. Let me see if I can get this tripod to work. I'm so bad at this.
I'm so bad at this.
All right, there you go. Hopefully you can see that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take this out and scoop this out so you guys can see how beautiful this dough is. Oh, gorgeous. It's soft, it's supple. It should feel like a baby tiny, and it does. So I, again, just kind of turn it in on myself. Oh, I got a house full of people and a crying baby on my leg. This is what this motherhood is about. Went ahead and put olive oil on the bottom. This is what I was talking about yesterday, that if you didn't have Pam or didn't want to use Pam, you don't have to. Just go ahead and put your dough ball in.
You need to flip a burger right now?
Nope. Burgers are almost done. They got to cool a little bit before I can go ahead and put them in the dough. So the dough's going to rise now. So that's what you want to do. Just flip it around. Make sure that it's all saturated. This just keeps your dough from drying out while it's rising. And we're going to let this rise now for 30 minutes. And yeah, by then our hamburgers will be done, and my hamburgers will have time to cool because I don't want to put hot burgers on my dough. So, all right, guys, we'll be back. Okay, I just wanted to show you guys that my burgers are all cooked and done. My mom is probably rolling over in her grave because she always thought I always overcooked my burgers. I like them well, but you know, I saw this episode of Oprah once where this woman's like, I think he was like 4 or 5-year-old died because she didn't cook the meat thoroughly. And I don't know, I just don't trust anything anymore. So I just cook the crap out of it. These are well done. They're very moist still. They're still juicy. There's still a lot of juice in them. I don't know if that's picking it up in the camera or not. Still juicy. I just like to make sure that they're cooked. But you guys cook your burgers the way you like. I have some leftover French fries and some tater tots that I'm going to throw in the oven as a side dish to this. I wish I had some fresh potatoes, but my groceries are like almost all out. We have to go grocery shopping tomorrow, so yeah, I'm out of potatoes. I'd like to do home cut steak fries with the skins on in the deep fryer with this. That's what I would, if I had the potatoes, that's what I'd be making. But this'll do. So I'm gonna let these cool now on the pan. I'll take them off, put them on a plate, let them cool. My dough is rising. It's over here. Got that rising. That'll rise for 20 to 30 minutes. 30 minutes always works good for me. This is my tea that's steeping that I'm going to make you guys later tonight. That's white clover jelly coming up. I already got my canner out. So yeah, all right. The only thing that I need to do now is come on over here to my pizza sauce, which I'm going to stir up. Now, normally on our pizza, I'll just put that there, we keep it a little bit more on the thin side. My kids and stuff like it a little on the thinner side. I like it on the thick side, but my kids and my husband kind of like it a little on the thin side. However, with these burgers, I don't know if I'm going to need to thicken this up a little bit. Because when I put it over the burger, I don't want it runny. And you see how it's kind of on the runny side? So I may add just a tiny bit of paste, not enough to affect the flavor of my pizza sauce, because I definitely don't want to dilute it at all. But I do want to just thicken it up just a little bit, just so it's not runny. So I'm going to add a little bit of paste and beat it in here, and we'll see how it goes. So, all right, once my dough is risen, I will be back. You guys have got 26 minutes left. And, yeah, we're doing this. So, here's our beautiful pizza dough. You see, it's beautifully risen. I'm going to go ahead and gently punch it down. Roll it out onto our board. Okay. Oh, babies. Babies, Mama's trying to make you dinner. Alright, so there's our dough. I want to kind of smash it out here. That's okay, we can call for help. We're parents of 7 children.
I'm snapping at him. He's gone. Just got to distract him, that's all.
all of my subscribers.
It's all about attention.
No. Yeah.
Your attention was on something else, and
that's it. All right, so I'm flattening it out. What I'm doing is I'm actually just pressing out all the air pockets. I just want to make sure my dough doesn't have air pockets. I'm going to go ahead and roll it up. Baby.
would you like me to call Luke?
Hey, Luke. Can you take the baby for me? Let him play on your drums or something. Okay, so there's our pizza dough. Now I have made 10 burgers, so I at least need 10 pieces here.
Wow.
Easiest way to do it is just in half again, in half, in half.
That's only 8.
Half, half. Thank you, dear. These are too big to do.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
And then I cut them in half the other way.
Oh, I got you.
We'll have a little more, but that's okay. We can
smart,
make some.
honey.
We'll make some bread dough with it.
Oh, gotcha.
Or some,
right, I got you.
breadsticks with it. So I'm going to scoop that over now.
Yeah, that's enough dough for
a hamburger.
Yeah.
You don't want it too doughy, right?
You gotta, well, yeah. I mean, you gotta spread that out, right?
So when you get your, it's just like, it'll be just like when you do hamburger buns. I turn and fold them in, pinch it at the bottom. Okay, I'm going to roll it, and then I'm going to take my rolling pins, just take it, and when I first started, I was afraid of smashing my dough and manipulating it too much and all that, but don't be afraid of your dough. So, it doesn't have to be perfect.
No.
Of course, especially if
No, it's
your
going to be
dough
wrapped, right?
doesn't have to be perfect. Yep, it's going to be wrapped. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take some cheese. And I don't want to do too much because I don't want to overfill it. Fill it. Fill it. Then I'm going to take some pepperoni.
So you actually do pepperoni and cheese on the inside too, and on the top?
Yes.
Wow. Both?
Yes.
That's sick.
I know.
And delicious.
Yes. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a hamburger patty,
My.
which has cooled now, so I'm going to go ahead and do pepperoni again.
Now, did you find a recipe for this, or are you just doing it?
I found I had to go off that picture.
Sure.
And then I did a little bit of Googling.
So top and bottom.
Yeah. Pretty amazing, huh?
Envelop
But really,
the
I'm
cheese.
kind of just creating this as we go.
Gotcha.
I've never made this before.
Sure.
I found a couple things that were similar, but not
Well, the nice
same.
thing is the burger's cooked, so
Yes.
it just, all we got to worry about is the cheese and pepperoni
That's
warming
it.
up and melting. And
So then what I'm going to
Cooking
do is I'm going to make it just like a dumpling. And then I'm just going to seal it up.
yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's good because having the fold on the top will let the bottom be solid. So when you bite into it, you got nothing dripping out the bottom.
Yeah. And then for right now, because right now
Boom!
I'm cooking the French fries and tater tots, so I don't have a
Cookie sheet.
cookie sheet. So I'm going to put this on here, and then when I get these all made and I put them on the cookie sheet, we're going to come back. Should I make one more?
Now, isn't there
gonna-
cheese and pepperoni on top and
Yes,
sauce?
we're going to
Okay.
cover this with olive oil,
Okay.
some seasoning.
Okay.
Then we're going to do a little bit of cheese and pepperoni just on the top.
Okay.
So,
But no sauce.
but I can't do that right now until.
But no sauce.
Oh, shoot, I forgot the sauce.
Okay. Sauce goes on top or inside?
Sauce goes inside.
Oh.
Look at this. See, we're figuring it out. We're figuring it out.
Yeah.
The sauce goes in.
Because the bowl of sauce is right behind you, babe.
Should go right there.
Yeah, it's fine.
By the way, I did thicken up my sauce a bit with a little bit of tomato paste. I told them in my recipe that I might have to do that. So there we go.
That works.
Alright. Let's put these back on top. I'm making this as we go. This is what cooking's about. Right? Flying out the seat of your pants.
Yeah, I guess. You don't really like to have that recipe book, but we're creating, so.
Creating. Special request. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's make one more so that we know what we're doing here.
And then we'll come back after we've made them all.
Yes, because I don't want to bore everybody
well,
and make this an hour long.
It's kind of crazy, but it's good for people to see a couple of them made.
Yeah. All right.
So, and then you guys can do a variation. If you want to put sauce on top, put sauce on top. Shoot, it's all about. You can flatten it on top and put sauce and cheese and pepperoni. I mean, whatever you want to do. But there you go. Do it up. You can do the hamburger. You can probably put sausage in there. Put a little ham inside with the hamburger. Man, that'd be good. Probably make a different type of pizza. This is gonna be this is basically like a cheeseburger pizza stromboli. Kind of right?
Got the dough.
Yep.
Got some cheese.
Cheese.
Got some pepperoni. Got a burger.
Hamburguesa.
Not-
For those of
do a
you
little
that
bit
speak
bigger.
Espanol. And the sauce. The sauce,
Sauce.
baby.
And we've got pepperoni then. And some cheese. Go ahead and fold it in. Just like a dumpling.
Boom. Boom.
Seal it up. All
Or
right.
for anybody that's familiar with Ali G, Booyakasha. That's
All right.
perfect.
So I'm going to come back when all
that
these
looks
are
good.
made.
That looks
Let
good.
me show you guys. All right.
All right.
So
Perfect.
we have them all made. I made just a little pepperoni one without the meat, just in case the baby didn't want it.
Sure.
But what we're going to do
I think
now,
he'll love a cheeseburger.
well, what we're going to do, I just put
That kid can eat.
some olive oil in a little dish, and I'm going to just brush the olive oil on my
Brusha.
dough.
Oh, perfect.
I'm going to do that, then top each one with a little bit
Of
cheese.
cheese.
All right, and then I'm going to top each one with, what do you say, 2 pepperoni?
Wait, you kidding me? 3 or
3?
4 at least.
Think?
Yeah.
All right, we'll do
3's fine. I mean,
3.
do a little trifecta.
Okay.
Okay.
So there we go. We have that. Now, I'm going to just sprinkle a little bit of sweet basil on top. Here's okay.
No, I think they'll be fine.
A little bit of
I don't think
Parmesan
anyone will
on
have a
top.
problem hearing me.
Okay. And that is it. Now look at my big old mess. But we're going to cook this up and we'll see how these turn out.
Ooh,
all right?
baby.
Now we're going to cook this. I'm going to cook this at 450 degrees. I'm going to do it for 15-20 minutes, see how it goes. And then I'll report back because I've never made these before. Okay, there we go. Pulling it out. Pulling them out. Woo, woo, they're hot. Can you turn on that light? Maybe we can see them just a little bit better.
Hot, baby.
Trying to keep the lights down so that we probably could have been in there 5 minutes less so the cheese didn't get so dark. But that's all right.
That's all right.
They look good.
Yep.
They look good. They're nice and crispy.
Got a good tap.
They do.
You can see the cheese coming out of there. See the little holes, look there too. But the cheese is nice and cooked, melted.
Did I see
hamburger's
that?
gonna be smothered.
All right, I'm going to serve these up and then I'm going to videotape everyone tasting them so we can get a kind of good idea on how everybody's reaction is. So, all right, we'll be back, but these are really pretty. Not bad.
Yep.
Not bad for winging it.
You want to do something?
Okay. All right. So we're sitting down now. Everybody can go ahead and dig in. Daddy.
It's hot.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, see we got the burger hiding in there. I'm gonna try to get a bite of the burger too. Mmm.
Good.
Oh yeah. I got you covered, buddy.
All right. Let's take a look inside. Burger and a pizza. It's a Merica burger.
Oh man. 'Cause America.
And the baby has one over there. And here's mine,
It's so hot.
which I think I'm going to set up the tripod for
Be
you
careful
guys.
biting into it. Cut this up.
Beautiful, beautiful dough.
Yeah.
Absolutely love the
Here,
dough.
I'm cutting one up for the baby. Here, I'll put this. We'll see the whole thing. That's the inside,
That's
man.
inside.
Pepperoni, cheese melted, sauce, right there with the burger in the middle, surrounding it.
There we go.
Phenomenal. Okay,
So
buddy.
look, here it is. We made it happen.
Oh God. Yep.
Is it a hit? Everybody like it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Hamburger stuffed pizza.
All right. It's a hit. It's a winner.
Yep.
All right,
Awesome.
Guys. I hope you enjoyed this recipe.
Burger.
And thank you to my muse who inspired me to give this a go and figure it out. Definitely a man's burger.
Yep.
Bye, guys. So now that I've eaten half of mine, I'm going to give you guys a real assessment of what this, to me, it tastes very similar to a meatball sub. The ground round is perfect because it's super lean and it's super moist in there. I think the amount of sauce that we added, which was about a tablespoon and a half,
Perfect.
was perfect because it didn't seep out the sides. A lot of times when you cook
No.
pizza, sometimes it'll...
You didn't have a lot of hot sauce like hit you in the mouth and burn your mouth.
Yeah.
It just was. It's nice and moist. It's perfect. I get blended with the cheese well and the pepperoni. It's a.
Now, I left these in for 25 minutes. I would definitely do 20. But I was editing this video, and so I let them sit in there about 5 minutes too long. But 20 minutes would be perfect for this.
It's awesome.
But and then you wouldn't get as much browning as I did. But really, really, really good, you guys. I think this is going to be part of our menu planning.
I think so.
Yeah, I think this is a keeper.
Yeah, definitely.
A winner.
Yeah.
So give this a try. I think you guys are really going to like this. I just wanted to report back after I got a chance to taste it myself. And it's very similar to me.
Which one was which subscriber was it that you?
I don't want to say his name.
Okay.
You know, he can do a shout out down below if he wants to say, I'm Heather's muse. But he definitely inspired me. He asked me if I could do this.
Well,
I
sit
laughed
down.
when I saw it because it was off of an internet meme. I'm going to put the internet meme on here for you guys so you guys can see it. But, you know, at first I laughed and then I was like, yeah, I could do that. I can figure that out. So I'm glad I did because it's definitely good. So if you guys give this a try, let me know. Comment down below and let me know what you think. But it definitely tastes like a meatball sub to me. It's really good.
It's so much better.
And the baby loves it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Peace in, peace out, YouTube.